You are now listening to the Baseball Aficionado podcast. Happy to be with you guys once more. It's been a while, but we're back. And on this episode, we're going to break down. Well, wait, before we do anything, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe, like, comment, everything. And of course, I'm going to have my guy back on here. Of course, Willy Báez from Bodega. He's joining us as always. We're going to recap the month of June. And we're going to change the format. I'll let him explain it when he gets on. But we're going to recap the month of June. And we're going to talk about all-star selections and snubs because those, people love the bochinche. They love the chisme. So we'll get into all that and more. So we'll get into it. But of course, without further ado, I want to welcome back to the show my guy. And of course, one of the guys who's part of the show too, my guy, Willy Báez. Willy, welcome back, bro.
What's up, Santos? How you doing, brother?
Hey, bro. How you doing? All right? Good,
Big
good. It's July, man.
Damn, man. The All-Star game couldn't come sooner. By the way, are you an All-Star type of guy or no?
I am. Yeah.
Really?
I'm a big All-Star game guy. Yeah, I am.
Really? I used to be as a kid, not anymore.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think you've not gotten to know me really well. Okay, I like the All-Star game. The event I don't like is the home run derby. I can't get into the home run derby. For you, maybe. Yeah. Well, so I can see another Dominican win like all the time. Basically every year they love the home run derby. I mean, I think it's a lock that another one wins this year. I mean, I think it's fascinating to me, and obviously this is not what this is like a sidebar.
Yeah.
How much Dominicans love to hit, bro. It's like an obsession. It's like, I mean, and it's paid dividends, man. Like anybody who says that out of all the Latino, I think every Latino country or the big four, we could say, right? The big four, PR, Venezuela, Cuba, and DR. Those are the big four, right?
Correct.
With respect to Panama too, who you could say they're five, and the other one's coming up, right? Mexico's coming up. Pero all the big four or five, if you want to count it, right? They all have their virtues, right? Like DR, anybody who could argue that DR has not had the best hitters, they're just being ignorant. Like DR's had the best hitting. It's not particularly close. Yeah. When you have three guys, no, to me it's not a debate. And I think that's where a lot of Dominicans they can talk their crap. They can talk because they got it. They got the names are there, the numbers are there. Right. When you're talking about that, but I think so. That's why you could say when you have that and you factor in that Dominicans have also had a lot of really good pitchers. There goes your debate. There goes your argument. I think, and where Venezuela and Puerto Rico shine is the defense, and.
Especially Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah. I think Puerto Rico's best argument is catchers in the past. Obviously, it's in the past, but not right now. But in history, Puerto Rico's best argument has been probably it's catching, defense, and all-around play. Because if you look at all-around, I mean, you look at all-around players, like that's what, that's kind of like been the thing. But anyway, we'll talk. We can do another episode talking about all that. That'll be interesting. But so what we got, what we're gonna do this time? Because I know we always wrap up. We always talk about the months and the performances.
It gets boring. So let me explain. So it gets boring because we get the same players all the time. If you go back, we're like picking the same guys. And we'll argue about the DH here and there, or we argue about maybe third base because it's full of people, but. We come to the same conclusion. So what I want to do
a lot of times,
basically, we're going to argue who has the best team because we're going to draft, right? Meaning, you're going to take your first pick, right? And I'm going to give you the first pick because it's your podcast. And you tell me,
look at you. You're so generous.
Yeah, I want this guy. But after you get that guy, that's it. You can't get, you can't use that same position again.
I got you. Yeah. You can take one guy for the position. So it's one guy per position, right? Correct. That's how we're going to do it?
That's how we're going to do it. And then at the end, we'll let people decide who do they think has the best lineup.
No, we got to do that. That's going to be, that's fodder. We got to, that's ese contenido, muchacho. Yeah. Eso te iba a decir yo. All right.
All right. So you go first. Who's your first
All
pick?
right. All right. So just to be clear,
Mhm.
at the first pick can be any position, right? Who I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and okay. Okay. So my first pick in the June Latino Stars draft, based on June's performances, I am going to pick the one, the only. This is gonna okay.
Who is
We
it? Now
didn't.
you got me.
Not I got.
Why you
I'm gonna
got a
surprise
pick,
you.
bro?
I'm gonna surprise.
All
I know.
right,
I
go
know.
for it.
I'm gonna surprise you. Eh. Oh, all right, all right, all right. I'm like the fantasy draft. This is like the fantasy draft. Um,
You're on the clock.
I'm on the clock. I know I'm running out of time. Eh, coño, you know what it is that I'm zooming it in, and it's like, all
Hmm.
right. Este, I'm going with Ronald Acuna Jr.
Mm. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
On that case, that's a lock right there. You can't pick anybody else. Okay. So
yeah. So right field, I'm picking Ronald Acuna Jr.
this one, simple for me. Juan Soto, to me, had the best, the best month
No, he
of
did.
any
He
Latino
did.
player, or of any player, I think.
Yeah, he did. I just can't contradict myself. So
No, no, no. It's
I
all
thought
right.
about
It's
it.
all right.
I thought about picking him. I really did, and I
I know.
liked. He had a great month, but the only
Mhm.
thing I don't. I remember I watched the Mets every day. The reason I didn't pick him is because he doesn't hit with runners in scoring position. It's gonna sound nitpicky, and I
Mhm.
understand that. He put up a lot of numbers, and the Mets were losing a million games in June. That's the
Yeah,
only reason I didn't pick him. So it's not his
I get
fault,
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
All right, and you go again.
okay. So my second pick is gonna be the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
Ooh,
Was
that's a good one.
outstanding in June. This guy, I'm telling you, I'm becoming the president of the Jonathan Aranda fan club, and he has been the best Latino first baseman this year. It's not even close. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, it's not
yeah,
close. You
that
know,
is true.
yeah, you watch him, you see him. Defense is not bad, and
Mhm.
his approach at the plate is really good too, which I like.
I
They
agree.
might have something here. With the Rays, might have something there.
I got my pick.
Go ahead.
¿Qué tal Marte on second
Oh yeah,
base?
yeah, of
I
course.
mean, come
Yeah, I
on
see.
now. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong with that
no,
guy, man.
Ketel Marte was tremendous this last month. And in limited time, I still feel like
Mhm.
he's worked his way back, you know. But it's like he hits home runs in bunches. Like he hits a lot in like a short. Look at his
Yeah,
numbers. Like
no, I agree. I mean, you can see it. The guy
yeah,
just rakes. Whenever he gets back, he rakes. The only thing that we always talk about is, can he stay healthy? Because even last year when he had that MVP type of year, he wasn't healthy the whole year. By the tail end,
oh,
he was out.
una pregunta.
So,
I guess
mhm.
since because we already went with position players, I guess we're gonna do pitchers separate. What do you
Nah,
think?
you know what? No, put him on there. Put him on
All
there.
right,
You
all right,
you can
all
pick
right,
him. You can pick him whenever you want.
all right. That's fine.
Go. Who you got? Who you got next?
Um, okay. I am going to go with. Listen, I gotta go with my guy.
Who is that?
I gotta go with Suárez from the Philadelphia
Okay.
Phillies.
Yeah, no, no, no. Amazing. That's an amazing pick.
He's not even in the All-Star game. Like, what are we doing?
I don't. I don't know. Now that we're gonna talk about snubs in a little bit, but that is crazy that he's not in.
Yeah.
And
By the
yo,
way, yo no
hmm?
estoy, no lo estoy escribiendo.
Oh no, no,
So
I got you. I got you. I got
you got me. All right, thank you. Gracias a Dios. Okay.
you. So the next guy I got is Eli de la Cruz. I'm picking
Yeah,
Eli.
good pick. He had a very good month. Very good
Very,
month.
very good month.
Yeah, he was tremendous. For sure. I can't knock it. I can't knock Ellie there. Ellie was tremendous and did a great. Yeah, he was great.
Who you got?
Um, I got Andy Pajes.
Yeah,
Andy Pajes
that's a
is
good one.
low
That's a good one.
key. He got snubbed, and
Low
I'm
key?
like, no, well,
It's not low
I say
key. I
low.
think
I say
he
it's
just
high
got
key.
snubbed. High
He
key.
got snubbed. okay, well he got snubbed, but
Mhm.
he's under the radar with that LA team, and it's a shame.
It
It's
is
a
a shame.
shame.
It is a shame. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do by now. Um,
Right.
I think that they didn't want to bring in too many Dodgers in, but whatever. We'll talk about it in a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think you're right. I think you're
Hey,
right.
hey, I'm taking the DH now. I'm taking Yandy Diaz.
Yeah, yeah. I hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I hear
He was
you.
great.
All right. All
All
right.
right, who
I
you
don't,
got?
yeah, no, Yandy was great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yandy was great. Um, okay. I am gonna go with. Okay. I mean, my second baseman. No, I'm sorry. My catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Okay.
Alejandro Kirk again,
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I've been giving him a lot of love. I'm telling you, I got Team Mexico on my team right here. Hey, and Alejandro Kirk has been very good. He's consistent. He's never been this consistent in his whole life. Never. So
No,
I
I
got to give
agree.
it to him.
I agree. I'm gonna steal your guy, man. I'm going
Go
Riley
ahead.
Green.
Yeah, yeah. He's been really good. He's been really
Yeah,
good.
all year, all year.
Really good. Yeah.
Even that guy.
Yeah. No, no, no. No. You do that then. You do that. You do that. That's okay.
Who else you
Uh,
got?
all right. Uh, third base.
Mhm.
I gotta go with Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the only way.
That's the only way, bro. That's the only way.
That's the only guy that you can go with on that one. All right. Damn, I'm running out of options. I'm gonna go with my pitcher. Let me get my pitcher, Framber Valdez, on this one.
All right.
Who else you got?
I gotta look because that we got I gotta let me see something. Man, we have how many slots for the pitchers? Two, right? Two for starting,
Hmm. And two for
two
no,
for
actually
start.
one starting and one reliever.
So one starter and one reliever.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna put as my reliever, I'm putting Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
been
like
it's
that.
copy it's been copy paste. They haven't touched him.
Yeah, that is true.
Edwin Diaz has been, they just called up his brother, Edwin
I
Diaz
saw that.
Timu Edwin Diaz. So we'll see. But he's not
That
very
is true.
good, bro. I'm not a big fan.
Really?
He's not, no,
Even as
he's
a
all right.
setup man, you don't like him?
He had like a one good year with the Reds.
Yeah, he did.
I like other guys from Puerto Rico. I like the other guys better. Like I like Joe
Emilio
Jimenez
Pagan.
from the Braves. Oh no. I like him. I like him more than I can't stand him. Emilio Pagan is a ticking time bomb.
You think so? He's been
Yeah,
pitching great.
he's been good this year. Yeah, but I mean I like ¿cómo que se llama better? He's hurt now. Fernando Cruz I like better. I like him, but he's got way better
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah, he does. He
I
does.
like what's his name? Coño, Joe Jimenez. Joe Jimenez is hurt with the Braves. That guy got filthy stuff.
He does. He does. I
But
like him a
but
lot.
he's a big dude, but he's out for the year. So
All right. So you got your closing pitcher. I got you.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Now
yeah.
this one might take you for a ride. For center
All
field, I'm
right.
gonna take Rafaela. Say down
He
Rafaela.
had he had a good month. He had a good
He
month.
did. He really did,
He
man.
did.
I'm
He had a
happy
good
for him
month.
though. Actually.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, because he still hasn't really established himself yet. So,
Mhm.
you know, he hasn't. He hasn't really established himself. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at a old spreadsheet. Hold on.
Oh, don't tell me that.
By mistake. No, no, no. Like it flipped over. That's why. Okay. Ahora sí. Yeah. So what did you so you picked all right. This is getting interesting. Okay, so how many
Okay.
what do we have left? All right, I got uh second base. I'm going to pick uh whoever it's gotta be Gleyber. It's gotta be
Yeah.
Gleyber Torres.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Gleyber.
Not my
Gleyber's had a
favorite.
very
Not
good
my
month.
favorite. Yeah, not my favorite guy, but
No, Yankee
and
fans
he's been good.
hate him. But
We've
but
always hated him.
yeah,
Always. Forever.
because he underperformed, you know.
for a long time too. Not just this year. I mean, not just last year, but the years before that. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah, you're
and I
right.
don't know if you know, but they were trying to get him to play third base,
I
so
remember.
Jazz could take second base. It's like, nah, I ain't doing that.
He declined. No,
And to each his own. I don't mind. But I don't think that's a team player.
that
If we're
might
gonna
have
bash,
been. Yeah.
no, if we're gonna talk shit about Rafael Devers, then
No, I
we're gonna
agree.
talk
No,
shit
no, no.
about
You're
him.
right. You're not. You're 100%. And I'm consistent with those things. I don't. I don't like. You're right. Glaber has always had his bad attitude. He's never been a team guy. You're 100%
Hmm.
right. You know. Look at, for example,
Hmm.
and I know they were in different places of their career. Javi was desperate. Javi was trying to
Yeah,
get any sort of, to stick around, right? Javi Baez. And to his credit, he's not what he was before, but now
but
at least, okay,
he's
he's a
productive.
major league player. He's a major league
Yeah,
player now.
I agree.
You know, he's a major league player now. He's he turned himself into a utility guy. So there's use for him, and he
And that's
took on the right attitude.
that's all you can ask for
He had
from
the
a
right
guy like
attitude.
him.
He said, "Oh,
Yeah.
center field, okay, I'll do it."
Hmm.
He could have said no, but he didn't. He knows he don't have. He didn't have a lot of options, but
All right.
he had the right attitude.
Uh, all right. Who are we missing? Let me see. I'm missing somebody. All right. On third base, I'm gonna go with Junior Caminero.
Ah,
That's a
Junior
safe bet.
Caminero, Junior
That's a safe bet.
Caminero. Déjame ver. Okay, Junior Caminero. All right, I gotta pick a left fielder.
Yeah.
Oh, I got left field and I'm missing DH.
And shortstop.
Oh man, yeah, well, there's a glaring hole there. All right, give me Jeremy Pena.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Jeremy Pena. First of all, I know. Okay, Eli de la Cruz batea más, like he's more, más electric. He's more, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's been a better shortstop this season, all
Hmm.
around, than Jeremy Pena. I don't
Yeah.
think there has been.
I agree. I agree.
In no
I
league,
agree with
not
that.
just Latino, anybody. And I was as critical as anybody with Pena, but I gotta be
I mean,
fair.
you can say Trey Turner maybe
Yeah, he's right there.
might be better, but yeah,
See,
you can't
no,
go wrong
pero
with Jeremy.
no, but no, but not all around. Trey was never that great defensively, like Jeremy can be. Jeremy
Yeah, that is
defends
true.
his position better than Trey. Trey is an adequate shortstop, but
No, no,
what
no.
Trey does,
This
he's been
year,
good.
he's been
Been very
great
good.
at fielding. I
Been
don't know
great.
why. I don't know. Like you expect those guys to just go down after a while,
Yeah,
and
he's one of those guys that's hard to figure out.
I know, and I love. Well,
Him and
whatever.
him and Seager
Hmm.
are very similar, not the way they play, but how they pop up and disappear. Like they do the same
Hmm.
thing, right? One year,
Yeah,
yes, one year, no. You see, next year, Seager va a batear. Like he'll hit
like he
next
might
year,
just win the championship again.
right? Right?
Like
Because
it's
see,
crazy.
Seager, yeah, see, they're too up and down.
Eh,
Even Witt is not as good this year.
no, no, but he doesn't have anybody behind him.
No,
Like you're
yeah,
counting on Salvador Perez to save him. I mean,
no, no, yeah,
those
yeah,
days are
no,
gone for him.
yeah. He could still produce at a. He's still a good player.
Adequate
Like he's still
DH.
adequate. Yeah, but he's at that age where he's at any minute he could just lose it.
Yeah, I agree.
Completely.
I
So
agree. All right, so now I am going with my closing pitcher. I'm gonna go Felix Bautista, the Mountain.
there you go. That's a big dude. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
He
bro.
earned that name. He earned that name. That is the
All right,
mountain, man. He's a huge dude.
you got left field and you got DH.
Coño, I don't like these options at DH at all. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I mean, you know, DH is one of those things that hurts my soul because I'm not a DH kind of guy. But
Oh no, I get you. I'm
I
with you.
mean, I think. Wait, am I reading correctly
Hmm.
that Agustin Ramirez had a WAR of 0?
And he had 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. Yeah, his defense is
What
killing him. Yeah,
defense?
defense is
What
killing him.
defense? His defense. He doesn't play any defense. What are you talking about?
Doesn't frame.
No,
Yeah,
you know
War is
what?
a little bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick just because, just out of principle. I'm gonna pick Rafael Devers just because.
Okay, that's
That's
fair.
it.
That's fair.
Just because. Because I don't like this guy. He don't even get on base.
Yeah,
Ramirez.
I mean, but honestly,
There's not a lot of options at DH.
there's not a lot of options. You couldn't
No.
go wrong with either one. All right, this one is fun. And I know we're getting to the last ones, but Carlos Narvaez, man. Wow. That kid, I
Yeah.
like him a
Yeah.
lot. I like him a
Yeah.
lot.
He's doing good things. He's been um
He's been
so
productive. He knows how to catch. He knows how to frame. Defensively, he's a plus. Everything that Boston needed, he basically is.
yeah. 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 No, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. I mean, Venezuela's just like they're churning catches, man.
Left and
They
right.
they
Left and
took
right.
it. They got the catches right now. They took it, man. They got it. They just keep coming out with them. It's like, and
Crazy.
it's fun to watch. Yeah, it's fun to
Hmm.
watch. I mean, it's crazy. And catchers who can do both things, not just offensive
Correct.
catchers. If you look for the Astros, Yainer Diaz has gone backwards. I mean,
Oof.
and his defense has taken a hit too. He used to be
Yeah.
so. Now it's gone backwards,
It's
and
been
his offense
solid.
has regressed.
Yeah, I agree. No, he was solid, but now nothing.
It's to the point where you got Caratini getting reps, and Caratini's been hitting, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
which
That's
is
the
good. I
thing.
mean,
For Sense, he can be great. He can be
yeah,
really
I
good.
like. That's why I tell you now, ese va a ser el titular para el clásico, just because it's a short tournament. I,
Nada
him and
Maldonado?
Machete and him, they're gonna. I
Yeah.
think those are the two. To me, I feel more safe. I feel more safe with Maldonado just because I like the defense, but
Mhm.
Caratini's got to be there as a hitter. He can hit. He's
Yeah,
got
no, I
pop. He
agree.
can hit. He can hit. You know.
Left field, who you got?
So left field, I'm gonna go with Randy Arozarena.
Really?
Yeah. So Randy Arozarena had an actual. So check me. Hear me out.
Go for it.
Randy Arozarena had an underrated month.
Hmm.
He's been hot now, but he's also was hot last month too. At the end, you started. So especially the end of the month. So his stats. Hold on, if I can ever find the splits. Uh, okay. So in June, he hit 294. He slugged just under 900.
Wow.
He had 3 home runs, 14 RBI, and 6 stolen bases. So he was good.
That is really good.
He wasn't
And he
Riley
got on
Green
base.
good, and he got on base.
He got on base. That's the weirdest thing about him. He can get on base a lot, but he strikes out too much. I don't know. I can't figure him out.
He's
I can't
he
seem
is
to
one
figure
of
him out.
he is, and I he and um he reminds me. There's a lot of Cuban hitters who are similar. I don't know why they have the same approach to hitting. I don't understand. Right? Am I
Yeah,
crazy? I know Yusuf might kill me, but it's true. Like
yeah.
too many of them have that same approach. They don't like to walk, or if they walk, they'll strike out a million times. Like,
Hmm.
and I don't know, like como Adolis Garcia, him, um, Soler, they all have a similar approach. Like
Hmm.
it drives
Moncada
me
too.
crazy. Moncada, yeah, they just like to hack, like you know, and
Mhm.
I don't know, like Báez has shown that he has like a plan at the plate. That's why he could be
No,
different.
that's the thing. I think Aros Arena is one of the smartest guys. He understands the moment, which I love
Yeah, he
that
does.
about him.
He does.
Number two, when he's set on what to do on the plate, he'll strike out, right? He'll strike out. But if he said that he's gonna take a walk, he wants to take a walk, and that's it.
He
You
will. Yeah,
can't
he
take him
will. Yeah,
out of that mindset, and that's when he will strike out. Same thing when he's trying to hit a bomb. That's why he strikes
it's
out
gonna
so
take
much.
a
Now,
big. He strikes out a lot. Yeah,
correct. He takes big hacks.
yeah.
Big
It's
hacks.
like
Yeah,
Ellie. It's like Elio. The same thing. Elio's the
yeah.
same kind of hitter like that. But Elio also takes walks when he wants to too. It's almost like
Hmm.
they have their mind made up. They're gonna
What they're
walk.
gonna do on that?
Yeah, they're gonna do.
I think
Yeah, but
David Ortiz talked about that with Manny. That he just went in and he was waiting for a specific pitch by this guy, and if he didn't get it, he would just look at the pitches, just look at them, which is fun.
it's amazing. It's fascinating when you hear. I love hearing guys talk about hitting because there's so many ways to hit.
Hmm.
Like I'll give you an example. Like Um, Edgar was the same way. You see, Edgar, Cabrera,
Mhm.
those guys like that have a similar Edgar, Cabrera, eh, even Soto to a certain extent too.
Yeah,
Those are guys that they're not gonna swing at garbage. Like
I
they're gonna
agree.
get their pitch or they're gonna walk. They're not gonna swing at garbage. You gotta beat them.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know, they're
that
not
is
gonna
true.
swing at junk. You know, and they're gonna hacen buenos turno, and it's fun to watch when you see guys like that. You know, Pujols too used to do the same thing, especially early in his career.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
start. I think Pujols later on he became more home run happy, but when he was younger,
Hmm.
he still used to hit home runs when he was younger, being selective. But it's
But
just
he was batting 350, 330. You know,
right, right. Line
that was the thing.
line drives. Yeah.
Hmm. Last but not least, I have Wilson Contreras for my first base,
Ah.
and well, you got everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna give you your team, and I'm gonna give out my team. All right,
Yes. Let's
and
announce
people
the
decide.
teams.
All
Yep.
right, let's announce the
All right. Here we
teams.
go.
All right, so for the month of June, this is your team. Starting pitcher Ranger Suarez, closing pitcher Edwin Diaz, catcher Alejandro Kirk, first base Jonathan Aranda, second base Gleyber Torres, third base Eugenio Suarez, shortstop Jeremy Peña, left field Randy Arozarena, center field Andy Báez, right field Ronald Acuña Jr., and DH Rafael Devers.
Muchacho, es
Right?
un trabuco. ¿Qué más
Un
tú quieres?
trabuco. All
Es
right.
un trabuco.
It
What?
is. It is.
If you're
All
hearing it,
right.
es un trabuco.
Now, my
Go ahead. Go
picks
ahead.
for the month of June, I got Framber Valdez as my starting
Yeah.
pitcher. Closing
Nasty.
pitcher, Felix Bautista. Catcher, I got Carlos Narvaez. First base, I got Wilson Contreras. Second base, Ketel Marte. Third base, Junior Caminero. Shortstop, Eli de la Cruz. Left field, Riley Green. Center field, Seidan Rafaela. Right field, Juan Soto. And DH, Yandy Diaz. Son Trabuco. Son
All
Trabuco.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
No, dang, that's a good one. Anyways, mira. So that's basically our best picks for the month of June, right? Like we got that. Now, what I wanted to do, right, to to end it is basically talk about the snubs. Do you think people know already who got picked, who didn't get picked, or how do you want to do it?
Let's see. I think. Yeah, yeah. We don't gotta announce who's got picked. I think people by now know who got picked. Like,
Yeah,
those things are everywhere. I guess we could talk about who we felt
got
should
snubbed.
have been. Yeah, I
Okay,
mean, if
look,
you want to give, yeah, go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
let yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you the pitchers first, right? I'm not gonna announce all of them, but American League, right? Who do you think got snubbed from the American League?
Hmm. I think we talked about this at nauseum. I think it's
Mhm.
you could make an argument for a lot of people. I mean, first of all, before we get to the obvious one that we agree on, I
Yeah.
mean, este, you know, Seth Lugo had a pretty good first half, I thought, but to me, the most egregious one was Framber. To me, él
Mhm.
tenía que estar ahí. I'm sorry, like that's the one to me in the American League. I think it's crazy. I don't understand it.
Yeah, no, I did not get it. I did not get it. I mean, I know that there's some. Uh, yeah, Framber Valdez is just amazing that he didn't get in. We can talk about Kikuchi and Shane Smith because we need basically everybody to be represented.
Yeah, but come on,
I I don't
it's
think that they should have done that on top of a guy like Carlos Rodon or Framber Valdez. But Framber
yeah, no.
specifically, I think he got snubbed for
Oh, big
sure.
time, big time.
Now, the other problem that I have with the pitcher side of things, right, is that basically they have 9 starting pitchers, right? And then they
Hmm.
have 3 closers.
Yeah,
They don't
basically
have
three closes. Yeah,
yeah, they don't have any relievers, if that
right,
makes
right. No,
sense.
no late relief or setup guys. Yeah,
On the American League. Now on the National League, they have 2 relievers and only one closing pitcher. So that threw me off. I was like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, at least bring one reliever and just pick 2 closing pitchers. basically.
and
If that
and
makes
Suarez
sense.
and Robert Suarez was actually announced in the National League
Oh, really?
as as a replacement. Yeah,
To who? I'm sorry.
I don't. They haven't. Well, I have to
Okay.
double check that, but that I just saw it like literally, you know,
Like
a
just
little
now.
while ago today. Yeah,
Oh shoot. Okay, damn. Okay, so that changes the landscape of things. Yeah, he got announced. Who got injured?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean,
Damn.
the first thing
Jason
I
Adam.
okay,
Yes, yeah.
está bien, okay, whatever.
No, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chris Sale. Chris Sale.
Oh, nah,
Eh,
that's terrible. Or could
damn.
it be, or is it because did he get injured, or is it because it's his turn in the rotation,
No,
or is it
he's
not clear?
replacing injured Braves pitcher
Okay,
Chris
okay,
Sale. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that
So
sucks.
he's for
That
sure.
sucks.
That does suck. But that's the thing. Again, they had another shot to bring in Ranger Suarez
Yeah,
because
yeah, I don't understand it.
a
I don't
starting
get it.
pitcher for a starting pitcher
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's stupid.
come
Ranger
on
Suarez got snubbed big time too.
twice.
So, huge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They,
Oh
they
yeah,
brought in Suarez. They brought in the wrong Suarez. They brought
basically yeah, yeah. That is true.
ridiculous.
So okay, so that opens up for the National League. Apart from Ranger Suarez, anybody else you think got snubbed?
You know what? You can make a legitimate argument for Christopher Sanchez, bro. Um, and the only reason I didn't pick him as my starting pitcher was because Suarez was better. That's the only reason. You know, I love Chris. You know, I love Sanchez. Love him.
Mhm.
That's my guy. I love lefties who throw like that, or that motion, that the way like a whip like that. Love that. Love it. That's I love lefties who can throw like that. And
I
he's,
got you.
you remember back in the day, what was it? There used to be a Boricua that I thought he was gonna be good. Remember Jonathan Sanchez?
Damn, bro.
Remember him? He
Jonathan
threw a no
Sanchez,
hitter.
bro.
I
Yeah.
used to like. I thought he was
Wow.
gonna be really good. I liked him. He was a good. I was like, damn, he's gonna be really good. Never. He was
Mhm.
too wild. Never figured it out.
Yeah, he never did. Eh, yeah, you know what? Yeah. So in that case, you like Tim Hill then?
No,
On
no,
that
he
same
don't have that.
logic.
Nah, nah, no. Tim Hill don't got that kind of stuff. No, come on, bro. You know when
Uh,
you see a guy. No, no. Jonathan Sanchez had better stuff than that guy. But uh, Sanchez, Christopher Sanchez, this guy can throw, bro. He's got great
no, no, no.
stuff.
He does. He does.
Nasty.
I love the guy.
I thought he
He's
should have.
very
I thought
low
he should have been
key.
there. He should have been
I
there.
agree. I agree. All right. I'm gonna give you now in terms of catchers. They got it right, right? You think they got it right?
Let me double check. Yeah, you know what?
What do
They
you
I
think?
think I think they got it right.
Okay.
I think they. I mean, could you have made a case for someone else? Let me see.
The Braves
Um,
guy was, he was good. He's been really good for them. But yeah, to your point, I don't think I would have changed anybody on this
no,
one.
no, catching is not very loaded, man. It's just not. Kyle Raleigh stands out. He's like in a class by himself. And then the
Yeah.
next one is all the in the American League. Then the next one
Hmm.
is Kirk. Kirk has been really good. I gotta give it to him. He's been better than I thought he was. He was gonna be.
I agree. I agree. I mean, you can make a case for Ohapi, maybe, but I wouldn't
También, oh
I wouldn't
happy.
put him over Kirk. So I don't think
No,
he's a
no,
snub. I think they got the catches right.
they got
That's
them
it.
right. I
First
agree with you.
base.
The only thing I
Anybody?
would the only thing I would change in with first base was the order. I just think that Vladdy shouldn't start. But
I
sorry,
agree. No, no,
I
no.
you know
Yeah.
that I mean we can't do it. Nosotros no podemos hacer nada con eso. Like that ya pasó. That was voting. That's fans. But I
Mhm.
don't think Vladdy has had a good year by his standards. Like you know,
It's not
he
a
just
it's not a
hasn't.
bad year. It's just not great.
It's not a
You know,
Vladdy year.
it's not a Vladdy year. I
No,
like
it's
it.
not for him.
I don't think they got it wrong though. I think they
No,
got it
no,
right. It's
it's fine.
Aranda. Eh, on the National League, they brought in three first basemen. I don't think that's right. I don't think. Damn, I can't take anybody out. That's a problem too. But I think it should only be two of them.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know
Eh,
what they doing uh sticking Olsen in there. Olsen has been okay, but he's not even Olsen has not been as good as he could be. You know, they just
no,
they don't
you
didn't.
can make a case that Michael Bush has been better than Matt Olson this year,
Yeah, yeah.
and you could have brought him in if you're gonna bring in three first
Another
basemen.
three first baseman.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, estoy
All right.
contigo. I agree with that.
Second base. What do you got on that one? You think we got it right?
And the American League, I think they got it right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Brandon Lau. The only thing I would have changed, I probably would have made Brandon Lau the starter. If I'm
Really?
being honest with you, I think he's been really good.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah.
He's
He
been
has.
really
He
good.
has.
He's been really good. That Tampa Bay team, man, they got talent. They're not talentless. They got guys, man. They're better than what I think a lot of us expected.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
let me see.
Eh, Ketel Marte, Brendan Donovan. I mean,
What
eh,
are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
eh. Yeah,
You know, I
there's
know.
not
Yeah,
much you
not
can do.
not very inspiring. No.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right. So third base, Jose Ramirez, Alex Bregman. We know that he's gonna be replaced, but who's gonna replace him? You think?
It's got to be Junior Caminero, the snub. He got snubbed. Like Junior Caminero, I understand the analytics don't favor him. He's a
Hmm.
terrible defensive player. That's
Yeah.
another one who you got to watch. He's like right-handed Devers. And no, I'm serious.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's right-handed Devers with a worse approach. At least Devers
yeah.
got a better
Too swing
approach.
happy. Too swing
Yeah.
happy.
You know, but he's got to work on his defense, and
Yeah,
hopefully he does. He'll improve because that's a position you cannot negotiate with defense.
I
Third
agree.
base is not for a bad defender. You gotta either be there or you move.
Hmm.
Because you can't stay there. Uh, I think Junior should have been there. He was very impactful in the month of June and even in parts of May. He's been very good for his first real opportunity. Although he's not a rookie,
Hmm.
by qualification, right? But
Correct.
this is his first go round. So,
Yeah, I agree. I think Junior, he's gonna get in with the Bregman injury. Now, honestly, man, if
oh,
Bregman doesn't,
Jazz should not be there.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. He
That
shouldn't
was
be
a
there.
reach. What I'm like, what is he
And
doing there? That's a
I'm a
reach.
I'm a Yankees guy, but yeah,
Come
Jazz
on,
shouldn't
no,
be
that's a reach. Mm-mm.
there. Mhm. Eugenio Suárez, Manny Machado.
They got it right.
That's good. That's good.
To me, they got it
All right.
right. Eugenio deserves it. He deserves it. We criticize him. He's not that. He's very home run or
Mhm.
nothing or whatever. But he's been productive. He's been, you know.
I
So,
agree. All right, shortstop. I think they got it right.
mm,
Jacob Wilson, Jeremy Pena. The only thing, same thing. Just Jeremy Pena should be, in my opinion, starting
oh yeah,
over Jacob
absolutely. Yeah, he's been the best shortstop in the game this year,
in the
all
game.
around.
Correct.
Yep.
Damn, that's a lot
Uh,
coming from a Lindor fan.
no, he has been. I
A lot
mean,
of praise.
no, but it's true. I mean, I gotta tell the truth. I mean, I can't, I can't BS it. It's true.
No, and
He's
also
been
Lindor
he's been
has been
great.
hurt too.
Yeah, Lindor has played hurt. He's been kind of. I think Lindor will start to ramp it up again now. So,
I hope.
but yeah,
Let's see. My snub on this one, of course, is Trey Turner. I think he should have been there. You could have
yeah,
taken
yeah.
out Olsen, whoever, basically take that first baseman out, put in Trey Turner.
I think the three
Hmm.
shortstops were fine. They could have been fine with those three shortstops. I think that was though because all three deserved it. You can make the
Hmm.
argument that Ellie deserved to start,
Hmm.
which I'm okay with. If he started, I'm fine
Yeah.
with it. But that's voting. You know, that was just the way. I think Lindor kind of got a little. They paid him back for the times where he got snubbed. So
Yeah. No, that is true. That is true. I think the Mets fandom came in bunches, basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
A outfield who got snubbed on the American League.
Man, you know what? I agree with your snub there. I see you put Tyler Ward. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. He got that. That was a you can make an argument for Tyler Ward. I think Tyler Ward had a very good year so far,
Mhm.
and nobody knows him. So
Nobody
unfortunate.
knows. I was gonna
So
say
unfortunate.
Joe Adele, but they're both right there. You could have gone
Right
either way.
there.
But
Yeah, yeah.
Tyler Ward, in my opinion, you got no protection. You got nothing going on the Angels, and he still got
And I'm
snubbed at the end of the day.
and I'm gonna and this is another thing too. I'm gonna make this
Mhm.
point because I've been consistent with. I am not for fans voting for the starters. I hate it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna be consistent with that in saying that while Javier Báez has had a nice bounce back year, I'm not
Mhm.
so sure he deserves to start at center field in the All Star game. I just think that could have been Buxton. You
That could
know,
have been bust. Yeah,
Buxton to me has
should
had
have
the
been
better year.
Buxton. Yeah,
It
I
should have been
agree.
Buxton. And now I'm glad that he's there. I'm happy for him for everything he's been through. But I'm just in the interest of fairness. I think Buxton should have started.
I'm gonna give you another one that they I think got snubbed, and I think it could have gone. They could have taken out Julio Rodriguez, Willie Abreu,
Yeah, yeah,
Austin.
yeah. William Abreu had a
17
yeah.
or 17 home runs, 50 RBIs already. I mean, kid is raking,
Yeah,
man.
Julio Rodriguez got the name recognition on that because he, by his standards, and again, we're gonna have a pot about this one day probably. Are you worried about Julio Rodriguez because he has not lived up to? I know what his WAR says. I know I. This is where the WAR is a flawed stat. His WAR is
Yeah,
good, but look at the
great.
on base percentage. No, yeah,
Yeah,
great. But look at his, look at his on base percentage. Look at his strikeout, his K rate. Look at the way, the metrics will tell you defensively he's been above average, but he was not supposed to be a defensive special. He's not supposed to be Kevin Kiermaier,
yeah.
or Kevin Pillar. That's not him. He's supposed to be Julio Rodriguez. So it'll
No,
be
he's
something to
supposed to be
watch.
the 30-30 guy. And
Correct.
honestly, I think he's still gonna have uh I don't know, a 20-30 type of thing,
Productive year.
Productive year. Now the batting, it does worry me. He's
The
below average
average
right
is,
now.
yeah, the
He's
average is
below
not.
average, just batting,
Yeah, yeah.
The thing about WAR is not just the fielding, it's also base running. He's a really
Base
good
running,
base
yeah.
runner,
He's a very good base runner. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also acuérdate que la posición.
Yeah, but
If you are a
now we
good
get now we
defender,
get a look, now we get a Dominican player that can do almost everything apart from hit very
right,
well. And now people are mad because he's a
right, right,
come on, he's a wizard out there. I
right,
know that
right.
he's getting paid 100 million, and that's why people want to see more. But at the end of the day, I think Julio is a 2020 guy with great defense.
No, you
That's all
kidding
he
me? He
is.
could start. He could start on any team, of course. I'm just saying, relative to the expectation, right? Because the way he came out the gate was a guy who hits 285, 290, 25, 30, 30 stolen bases. So he looked like he was gonna be a different. He reminded me. I'll tell you who he reminded me of.
Cool.
He reminded me of Torrey Hunter. I thought that's who he was gonna be.
Okay.
Torrey Hunter is the comp. If you think about it, it makes sense. The
Mhm.
the same body type, can get to everything, can hit. Torrey wasn't hitting 40 or 50 like Andrew Jones, but he was hitting 25, 30, and hitting 280. Torrey Hunter was a very underrated player.
A very, very. I'm gonna give you one that doesn't sound sexy, and
Eh,
people, whatever.
Go
But
ahead.
I think he reminds me a lot of Rocco Baldelli.
Who?
Julio.
No, you out of your mind.
No, no, no.
But
Rocco Baldelli. I mean,
yeah,
injuries
before the injuries. Yeah,
before the injuries. Rocco
yeah.
Baldelli, in my opinion, was one of maybe you can say the guy from Cleveland back in the days, but I don't. I think he was better than Julio at
You're
his
talking
prime.
about offensively?
Offensively, yeah, offensively.
Okay, okay. I
What was the guy from Cleveland that ended up playing for Tampa? Dang, he was great. Grady Sizemore. I don't
Grady
want to say Grady
Sizemore.
Sizemore because Sizemore was, to
No, he was a
me,
star. He was a
he was a
star.
star.
He was a star. Yeah, there was a time people forget because
Hmm.
he burned out very quickly. Pero
Very.
he was a perennial All Star, 5'2" player. Yeah, no, Grady Sizemore was not a scrub. No,
No, not
ese
at all.
tipo era bueno. Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I can see it. I can definitely see that being the case.
yeah.
Now we're going to before we get there, right? DH. There's an obvious snub, of course. I don't
Espérate,
think
espérate.
Kyle.
But you didn't talk
No,
about the
I'm a
National League.
no, no, no. I'm gonna talk about the National League
All right, all right. Dale, dale.
thing at the end because that one is gonna take us a couple minutes. So, DH for either American or National League. I don't give a damn about the DH. But if you were
Yeah,
gonna pick somebody, it shouldn't have been Kyle Schwarber. It should have been Seiya Suzuki, which has
I'm
been
with you. Oh,
come on,
that
man,
was
leader on
egregious.
RBIs,
Hmm.
24 home runs
And he's
for
fifth
the
in fifth,
Cubs.
sixth in home runs, sixth or seventh last I checked in
Mhm.
home runs across MLB, not just National League.
Yeah,
What the
damn,
hell?
come
Like
on.
what that was a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think that's more egregious than the Juan Soto one.
I agree with you. Nobody's bringing it up, but it's true. I mean, we need the Japanese fans to chime in on that one, pero that was
I don't
bad.
understand.
That was
They say
terrible.
that it was a lot of Japanese people voting, but nobody voted for him.
They gotta provoke. They gotta promote this guy. That's why I said on one reel that they gotta get their heads out of Shohei's ass,
Yeah.
and there are more players from Japan. Like,
Hmm.
and a lot of it's funny. So that some people they might think that I hate Japanese players. I don't.
No, no, no.
I
And
just
it's
hate
great that they're coming.
yeah, it is. It's just I dislike the preferential treatment that
I
Shohei
agree.
gets. That's my issue.
That's what
Not
kills you.
I love Japanese players. I love them, especially the way Suzuki's been fun to watch. You know,
No, I agree. Now we get to the nitty gritty.
Dale.
National League snubs on the
Oh
outfield,
boy.
of course.
Hmm.
We can talk about Andy Báez. We can talk about Juan Soto. Now, let me tell you why Juan Soto wasn't picked.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. As you know, everybody has to be represented on in
Those,
terms
yeah,
of a
yeah.
team, right? Now, I think who took his spot was Cal Stowers, in my opinion. It was Cal
Mm,
Stowers that got his spot from Miami because
okay.
a yes, you can say maybe Fernando Tatis Jr. wasn't above Juan Soto, Corbin Carroll
Definitely not.
maybe, but in my opinion, Juan Soto should have gone in as a starter, not as a reserve. And the Mets fandom did not want either they didn't want him or a lot of Yankees fans, and this is my theory, a lot of Yankees fans didn't vote for him to get in, even though he deserved it. Or the Mets just don't like him because they picked Lindor and they picked Pete Alonso to go in as starters, you know?
Soto's not popular with the Mets yet. He hasn't done anything for the Mets yet.
Hmm.
And I think what hurts Soto, and this is I've seen this go around social media all over.
Hmm.
The issue here, Soto's not like a beloved kind of guy. Like he's not. He
No.
don't have the personality to endear. He doesn't endear himself. I
Hmm.
think that hurts him. He's somebody who you like him because of what he can do at the plate, but
Yeah.
he doesn't. He's not an endearing personality, and until I think he needs to get off to another, fast start next year and kind of earn that. Maybe who knows if he goes crazy in the playoffs and the Mets go far, there
Hmm.
goes that changes everything. You know, so I just think that's all it is. It's perception,
It's a tough crowd. The
right?
Mets are tough. You know,
Tough
the
crowd.
Mets are tough, and he has very high expectations because of all the money.
Yeah, yeah.
Eh, I think he'll be okay. I think that eventually people will start to love him again, and
It takes
the
time.
total.
It takes
But it takes
time.
time. Correct. It just
Yeah, but
takes time.
people forget when Lindor came to the Mets, like they wanted him out of town, bro.
Mhm.
Like Lindor, they wanted him gone. Remember with the
Yeah.
thumbs up and all that?
Yeah.
Gone, gone. He can't play here. He's a disgrace. He sucks. Get him and Baez out of here. You know how the fans talk. Get
Yeah.
him out of here. Lo Blanco. They wanted him gone, right? He can't handle New York. And right, you know how they talk like that,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and he had to earn that. Lindor just got accepted last year. Like
Hmm.
Lindor, people forget, like they act like Lindor was this beloved figure. No, it took him a while to get that, to
Yeah.
become that.
No, and he took a step back with the whole, like you said, with the whole thumbs up and
Right, thumbs down
befriending,
thing.
thumbs down and
And he
friending
he
your guy.
learned. Yeah,
He did.
Bias. That's your cousin.
Yeah,
He
Javier Báez.
learned,
I know.
he learned that New York is a different kind of market, and he grinded, and now is the opposite. It's like he can't do wrong with the
Yeah,
Mets fans.
that
He
is true.
earned it. He had right now. It don't matter if he's in a slump. They're not booing him anymore because he earned that
I
because of
agree.
what he did last year.
Now I'm gonna give you some stats to say goodbye, but I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna give you a by nationalities how many All Stars went into it. Right from
Yep.
the United States, you got 39 players. From DR, you got 10. From Puerto Rico, you got 4. From Venezuela, you got 4. From Mexico, you got 3. From Japan, you got 3. The Bahamas, Cuba, and Germany, they got 1.
Mm.
It's funny. Venezuela would have had only 3, and Puerto Rico would have had 4 if not for the Robert Suarez that just came in. I had to put him in. It's
Wow. Oh,
crazy.
you just put him. You just yeah.
Mhm.
And look, this is the thing, and a lot of people don't like this when I mention this, but I don't care. Que me importa. Like they have a lot of numbers. They
Mhm.
got numbers, but when we're talking about the quality, when you compare, Puerto Rico's not have more than like 23 major leaguers this year at any given time at the most, right?
Mhm.
And the fact that we got 3 native-born guys and 1 guy who's of descent in the All-Star game, that's not bad.
That's
I'm just
speaking
saying,
volumes. That speaks volume.
there's
At the end of
quality
the day.
there.
No, no, no. I
There's
completely
quality.
agree.
There's still quality there. Just that
Mhm.
we need to find out how to get more people, more numbers, so that because, like you said, you've said a long time ago, right? With Dominican Republic, with quantity, you'll find quality,
Mhm.
right?
Eventually.
But eventually, but here's the thing:
Mhm.
the Dominican ball player, even when they didn't have all that quantity, they still had quality. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah,
They've
I get
had,
you.
they've had it. You guys have always had that quality. Cuba, same thing. Cuba's basically operating like with 1 leg,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
over the years they found ways, right, to have players. So it's all it's all relative.
I
So
get.
then, no, I those stats that you gave, they speak volumes.
Yeah. To finish it off, rapid fire. What's gonna happen with our guy Luis Ortiz?
He's fun. He's finished. He's
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 done.
done. He's done. He's done. So the reason
All
why I
right.
say that is because I mean I don't want to give this guy a plug, but the guy who used to be Yo lo veo. I don't like him, but I watch him. I can't stop watching his show, his
Who is that?
podcast, or listening. El que era de los Marlins, I forget his name. Eh,
Anibal Sanchez?
no, no, no. He's a Jewish guy. He used to be a Marlins guy. Um,
Oh, that he was.
the executive of the
Yeah,
Marlins,
yeah.
right?
No, he was
I
baseball
I
operations.
can't stop. I can't stop listening to his show because he gives
Yeah,
a lot of insight
he does
on
give a
front
lot of
office.
insight. Damn,
Even
what's
though I
his
can't
name?
stand him,
I can't.
Yusuf will be kicking me right now because he knows the guys. He talks to
Yeah,
me
yeah.
about him all the time. Anyway, but he used to be. It's called something about business or nothing personal. Qué sé yo que.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short,
Mhm.
he he's mentioned that Luis Ortiz is done, and I believe that he has sources. So
The biggest
he
source.
says he's finished. He says he's finished.
Yeah, I think that once, man, he tipped somebody. That's all it is. He tipped somebody, and when you tip somebody, meaning for people that don't know,
Right.
how it works basically is that a lot of people.
Estoy buscando el nombre de ese
I
tipo.
know, please do,
Nothing,
but
¿cómo que se llama? Coño, eh, nothing personal with
nothing
Samson.
personal.
Samson, right?
Yeah, whatever
Samson,
Samson. Yeah,
right? But I
eh,
can't stop watching his show or listening to the
David
show.
Samson.
Right? David
David
Samson.
Samson.
I love his. He's an asshole. I can't stand him, but
Yeah,
I enjoy his content.
you gotta check out Jeff Pearlman. You'll like him. Oh,
I
you do
do.
watch
Yeah.
him? I
Did you
love
see
him.
the one? Did you see the one where he did about? I don't know if you into football
I've
stuff,
seen them
but
all.
you saw the one he did about Walter Payton.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that was
Yeah.
so good. And then I went down a rabbit hole and I wound up watching old
Michael
videos.
Irving. Did you
I
watch
wound up
the latest one, the Michael Irving one?
that one was really good too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's this guy is money.
No, no, no. I
Man,
I was
this
like,
guy
damn.
is great. These guys are
Yeah.
great. I mean, I love watching when I watch stuff like this, I YouTube is like my best friend. I sit there and I feed my brain like forever. I won't stop. It
Yeah.
drives
No,
my
I
wife
agree.
crazy.
It's much better than being scrolling on TikTok, basically. I'll
I
say
don't
that.
but
I
that's
don't
why
I don't
you
I
you
don't.
and me are the same. You and me are the same. No, no, es que somos igual. We're the
Yeah.
same. And my wife says, oh, tú eres, qué sé yo qué, tú eres bushy, tú eres un intelectual. I said, I'm sorry. Like, I have to watch something that's going to incite my life.
Yeah,
I
no, no,
can't be
no.
there to, like,
Dumb scrolling. Yeah, no, I
dumb.
agree.
I
I
can't do
agree.
that shit. Like, I'm only there literally when I post and then occasionally whatever pops up after I
I
watch. But
might reply, bro. I have no notifications for Instagram, and that's why you might see that I talk like maybe 5 hours and I haven't responded. It's
no, no,
because
no,
of
I
that. Like
know.
I got nothing.
No,
Believe
that's
me,
really
I
time.
just it's no, no, no. It's like I told you. You post, you ghost. I know that
Post
you're
and
supposed
goes.
to be, and that's why I got Claudio to talk with people, and offend people and whatever he has to do. But I
You
tell
know,
him like you take care of that. I'll do the editing, but I
that's
just
like
don't want
the
to.
that's like the yin and the yang.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That is true. That. Luis Ortiz. Look, I think I could be wrong, but I think he's done. I think he's done. I think that once the MLB Players Association came with the statement because it was a joint statement, right? And I saw they protect their plays very well all the time.
That's right.
And once I saw that they went in together, I'm assuming that they saw the evidence. It hasn't been posted, but they did say it was two pitches. Because how it works is that basically your first pitch, you can say or you can bet, you can prop bet if it's gonna be a
Right,
fastball,
right.
slider, blah blah blah. So
That's
those are the two
crazy.
pitches, and it could be that those people know him and they said, you know what, he always throws sliders, but when they might see like $15,000 when these guys bet $100, maybe $15 here and there, and they sold so much money, that's it. That's what tricked it right away. And
Yeah.
they have they have a not AI, they just have machine learning just for that stuff. I mean, if before the casinos didn't lose, now they lose even less.
Yeah. No,
You
the
feel me?
technology is too advanced. Okay,
You
they
can't
they
beat. You
never
can't
lose.
beat. Yeah, they
You
never
can't
lose.
beat the house. You can't
You
beat the
can't beat the
house.
house. Before you couldn't beat the house. Now it's like don't
No.
even try. It's not. It's
They
not.
use
It's not
they
feasible.
use they have analytics, man. Like the same way, mira, the same way all these wagering sites or not
Hmm.
wagering sites, like wagering whatever, content creators or people who, put out
Hmm.
wagering advice and stuff, like they
Yeah.
create spreadsheets and they have formulas and stuff, handicappers, whatever. They got
Yeah.
that too, but from the other way.
Yeah. No, and I'll tell you this. I am if I'm a geek in terms of numbers and I go through everything,
Really,
but I'm
really.
but as you know, but if I can't figure it out and the biggest names and analytics can't get it right, nobody can. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that they are using the oldest trick on the book, which is balancing the sheets. Meaning,
Right. Uh-huh.
a a lot of people put bets on this guy. They just raise the money on that other guy so they
Yeah,
can
yep, yep.
balance
Exactly.
it
I was
out.
thinking the same
That's all
thing.
it is.
Yeah.
They just balance the sheets, and they never lose. They'll never lose, and that's
No, no.
they don't give a shit if you win $100, if you win $2,000, $50,000. They're making millions by the
It
hour.
doesn't matter because more people lose than win
Yeah.
at
They'll
every
they'll make
minute.
sure of that. They'll make sure of that.
Yeah,
They'll make
that's
sure
what
of
that's
that.
what it's a trap, bro. It's like, you'll get the upsets here and there, right? You'll get the
Mhm.
upsets because they know people. There's certain people who only bet dogs. There's people
Yeah.
who only bet dogs because of the high, the
You
what do you
mean
call it? Like,
underdogs.
well, that's what I mean by dogs, the
Okay.
underdogs, right? They'll
Mhm.
bet underdogs just because of the high payout, possible payout.
Mhm.
So, and uh,
They don't
favorites
give you much.
usually no. So they know. So that's what,
Yeah.
depending on what's going on. Okay, this is trending now. We gotta have it like this. Oh, it's too much this way. We gotta flip it. Okay, now heavy favorites. Boom. You know.
Mhm. No, I agree. Well, that's it, Santos. I
All
gotta
right,
go,
brother.
man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was good. It was fun.
Thank you, Santos. Take care, brother.
Anytime, my man. All right. Willy Báez, Bodega Sports. Always good to catch up with him. And of course, um, that was a wrap. And as always, live life as if you're in a 3-2 count. Till next time.